I decided to go self-employed, y'all, I had just got out of an abusive relationship. Literally did not have a dime saved to my name. I did not know how I was going to pay my bills. But I just knew that I wasn't going to stay in an abusive relationship that didn't value me. So I decided that that was going to be the end of that. And I took the leap of faith because I knew that my regular job wasn't going to be enough to sustain my bills. But I had faith that if I took that leap of faith, then God would send me the clients and it would cover what I needed to cover. And that's what I did. And it's been up ever since. Just do it, okay? Stop waiting for the perfect time, the perfect moment. Stop waiting to have your money together. Stop waiting for the support. Stop waiting for the perfect aesthetic. Just stop waiting and just do it, okay? Because the longer you wait, the longer you prolong the process of you just starting. And nothing is ever gonna be 100% perfect. So you might as well just start and just go from there. Because once you make that decision, God will supply you with everything that you need. So you don't have to worry, you don't have to stress, you don't have to wonder how it's gonna happen. Just know that it's gonna happen. And that has been my mindset for everything in life, especially going self-employed. That was probably the most scariest things that I've ever done, but so glad I did it. So rewarding. And yeah, it's just been up from here. And I can just say that if it wasn't for me just taking that leap of faith and just doing it scared, just doing it with fear, then I would have never did it, because I would have been too afraid and scared. So sometimes you just gotta just jump. And y'all, it has been like I said, the best decision I've ever made, because I have the most freedom. I have the most like time management. I can do things on my time. I don't have anybody over my head, telling me what I need to do, telling me what I can't do, so working for yourself is so rewarding. And y'all, like, it's endless potential to how much you can make when you work for yourself, because you can work as much as you want, as long as you want. You can have your hands in so many different projects. You don't have to limit yourself to just one source of income, one, type of line of work. When you're an entrepreneur, it's so many avenues that you can go down. So don't let the media try to deter you from entrepreneurship. Okay, not everybody is meant to be a business owner, but I do believe that everybody is meant to be self-employed. And what I mean by that is you can have streams of income working for you. And you don't have to have a boss. You don't have to have a 9-to-5. You can still have a 9-to-5, but also be self-employed, because you can have multiple streams of income. And in today's economy, you have to have multiple streams of income, honestly, in order to survive, or, to really thrive and live your life and not just be struggling. And even then, in today's economy, it's still hard out here, okay? But we're going to change our wording, because words hold power. So we're not even going to say that it's hard. But we're definitely living in a different time in today's economy. So, everything is going up. So if you want to stay, aligned, and you want to stay in the higher tax bracket, then you have to add on additional streams of income to keep up at this point. So just do it. And whatever that you have some type of passion for, that is more than likely your calling, okay? If you love to cook, if you love to do hair, if you love to speak life to people, if, it's so many things that you can do. If you're passionate about it, you can turn it into an income, a source of income. Oh, and I feel, I'm so aligned. I see 777, 444. Yeah, I love seeing angel numbers because it gives me confirmation, like, yeah, I'm on the right path. But yeah, like, it's endless potential when you're self-employed. And that's what I was getting at, having passion about something is the way to get paid because you enjoy doing it. So entrepreneurship is a spiritual journey, okay? Like, it's definitely more spiritual than anything else, than like financial or, any of that stuff. Like, because it really teaches you how to have faith, because you don't know when you're going to get your next dollar. You don't know when your next client is coming. You don't know the opportunities you're going to get. You don't know the challenges you're going to face. You don't know anything. You're literally counting on you. You're betting on yourself, which is scary. But that's why I said it's a faith journey. It's a very spiritual type of thing to be an entrepreneur, because you have no choice but to put your faith in God, because you don't know, you don't have anybody who's going to send you a paycheck every week. You don't know where your money's coming from, but God got you. And I lied to you not. The day that I decided that I was going to be self-employed, I haven't went without, okay? It's been slow days. It's been days, I was very discouraged. I didn't know. I was, about to give up. Like, I didn't know how I was going to make it through. But I promise you, God always comes through every time, right on time. You might not make a sale that day, and you might be super discouraged and, like I said, wanting to give up, and you don't know, how you're going to pay your bills. But then the very next day, God comes through and sends you a client who books something that pays exactly what you need, okay? So that's literally just how it works. So you can't be logical when it comes to entrepreneurship. You can't be logical when it comes to having faith. We're put on this earth to be abundant. Okay? Being abundant is our birthrights. And I believe that's in the Bible. Don't quote me though. But yeah, like, we are put on this earth to strive for things, to dream, to chase our dreams. Not chase money, but chase our dreams and our purpose and our passions, which will then bring money. It will bring the fruit of our labor, of our service. Okay, we were put on this earth to service people, help people. It's supposed to be an equal exchange of give and take. Okay, you give and you take, and you take and you give. Okay, just like money, it's currency, it flows, it's energy. All of this is energy work. That's why you should never put money on a pedestal, because it's not an actual object. Money is energy. You have to get in the frequency of being abundant. And that sounds like, crazy, especially if you've been broke all your life. You can be like, yeah, okay, whatever. I get it. I didn't come from money, y'all. I didn't come from money. I never grew up around money. I didn't have access to people with money, okay? I had to do all of this on my own. And you got to stop waiting Like I said, you gotta stop waiting on the perfect time, the perfect opportunity. You gotta stop waiting to have the perfect aesthetic, all the supporters, the followers, the building. You gotta stop waiting to have it all together, because you're never gonna have it all together. You gotta take that leap of faith and do it. Do it alone, do it scared, and just do it. Because I promise you, once you make that decision, God is gonna have your back. When I decided to go self-employed, y'all, I had just got out of an abusive relationship. Literally did not have a dime saved to my name. I did not know how I was gonna pay my bills, but I just knew that I wasn't gonna stay in an abusive relationship that didn't value me. So I decided that that was going to be the end of that, and I took the leap of faith, because I knew that my regular job wasn't going to be enough to sustain my bills. But I had faith that if I took that leap of faith, then God would send me the clients and it would cover what I needed to cover. And that's what I did, and it's been up ever since. I don't know how. Like, I promise you, I don't know how. You know, I had a steady clientele, but it wasn't like booming. I wasn't like, you know, booked up like crazy. But as soon as I made that decision, the people came. The clients came. God came through for me. Because you're never going to be, you know, forsaken. You're never going to just be left out in the cold once you make that decision for yourself. Once you choose yourself and you choose better for yourself and you believe with conviction, then that's when it happens. That's when the shift happens. That's when things change and start to shift into your favor, because you chose yourself. So like I said, entrepreneurship is it's a faith journey, okay? It's a spiritual journey. So if you are feeling, you know, stuck right now, like you don't really know how you're going to get out of your situation, you want to start something, you know, you want to become self-employed, you're tired of being micromanaged, you know, you're tired of putting in so much work and just getting crumbs from it. You know, you're tired of being belittled by people who don't care about you. You're tired of bending over backwards for a company who would replace you on your deathbed. I told y'all, my mama had a heart attack and her job pretty much let her go from her position that she worked for 10 years to get, just to try to put her back to the bottom if she wanted to come back. Like, these jobs don't care. These jobs do not give a damn about you. Even these government jobs you think is so secure, we're seeing that being dismantled right now. You can't even, you know, rely on the government. You can't rely on, I mean, we knew you couldn't rely on the government, but there are still some people whose minds are wrapped in thinking that America wants to actually save you and help you. But nobody's coming to save you. And I'm just here to tell you, like, nobody's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. And you can, and you will. But just know that you got to take that leap. You got to just do it. And like I said, you're going to be scared because you don't know the outcome. That's why people have fear, because you're really just scared because of the unknown. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. You're not even scared to actually take the leap of faith because you probably want to do those things. You're just scared of the outcome. You're scared of, you know, if I take this leap of faith, am I going to lose everything? But just know you're not. I promise you're not. Now, of course, do your due diligence to kind of, have things planned out. Start making the move so that it makes sense, But if you have real faith in yourself and you have passion and conviction behind what you're doing, God is going to come through for you. I promise. Don't stay in situations because it's comfortable and because it's all you know. People will stay in jobs that they've been at for 20 years just because they've been there for 20 years. Even though they are miserable, but it's stable, it's comfortable. Are you really happy? Like, you really want to be that comfortable? Because I'll tell you, like, taking leaps of faith is scary as hell, and it's very uncomfortable in the moment. But as soon as you make that decision and you sit through the uncomfortableness, that's when you get your blessings. That's when you get the fruits of your labor, and that's when God blesses you with everything that you wanted and what you desired. And then you're no longer uncomfortable. It's your new comfortability. It's your new comfort, okay? It becomes your new normal. That's how you quantum leap. If you don't know what quantum leaping is, go Google that. But it's basically shifting into the version of yourself that you want to be instantly. And you can do it instantly if you just make the decision to do it. So that's how it works. Like I said, if you say you were working for a company today and you decide, hey, I'm going to quit my job today and I'm going to become self-employed, the day that you do that is the day that you quantum leaped, because you decided, I'm going to be a different person today. And now you are. Now you're self-employed because you said so. And you made those shifts and you changed. That's just how it works, guys. Oh, it's a wreck. I'm like, why is it all this traffic? Alright. I'm going to end this here, because I don't want to cause another wreck. But yeah, guys, don't be scared to be great, okay? Take the leap of faith. Do it alone. Do it scared. Just do it. And it's going to work out in your favor. I promise.